Good afternoon, all. Today we are going to discuss another important topics, that is transconductance and what are the leakage currents in transistors and early effect in transistors and problems on leakage currents, right? And coming to the first one is the transconductance. Okay. Transconductance is the property of certain electronic components. That means the transconductance we may apply not only bipolar junction transistor, we may apply to the FET also, MOSFET also, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor also. So that's why transconductance is the property of certain electronic components like BJT, FET, right? Conductance is the reciprocal of resistance. Transconductance is the ratio of the current change at the output port to the voltage change at the input side. Okay, it is written as G suffix M or GM. Okay, already you know conductance is equal to 1 by G letter we can conductance G suffix M. So finally, what it is the ratio of current change at the output current by input voltage, change in collector current with respect to coming to this is a simple BJT in common emitter configuration. Why? Because here emitter, this is emitter terminal is connected to ground, this is base terminal, and this is the collector terminal. Now what is GM says? GM is equal to rate of change of output current. So DIC by rate of change of output current. What is output current? Collector current by input voltage, rate of change of input voltage. So DIC by dVBE. Okay, that is the GM. Okay, okay, it will again observe here. Transconductance shows that measure of how well the transistor converts voltage to current. Already you know that main application of one of the application of bipolar junction transistor is voltage to current converter. Okay, GM is a parameter which describes the how the transistor converts voltage into current. Okay, now differentiate DA. This is entire this expression is IC expression. DIC by dVB then simplifies. Then finally GM is equal to, again this expression is IC. IS into exponential VBE by Is into exponential VBE by VT. Again that is equal to IC by VT, where VT is the thermal voltage, right? And GM is the most important parameter while designing analog circuits, right? It will observe here. It will later be shown that GM is one of the most important parameters in the circuit design. Okay, whenever we design circuits like analog circuits, GM is the one of the considerable parameters. Okay, this effect we studied mainly in MOSFET, right? I think that is fifth unit and sixth unit. We may discuss GM again in MOSFET also, right? Okay, that is the important parameters in circuit design, analog circuit design. Okay, finally, GM is equal to IC by VT, where VT is the thermal voltage, IC is the collector current, right? So GM directly proportional to, so GM is directly proportional to output current IC. So what are the units for GM? What are the unit? What is IC? For IC units are amperes. Okay, whether it is milliampere, microampere, whatever maybe, that is ampere. What is VT? VT is the thermal voltage. Okay, that is volt. So units for GM is ampere per volt. Okay, up to this, just you know the definition for transconductance. What is the transconductance? Transconductance is nothing but ratio of rate of change of output current with respect to the input voltage, rate of change of input voltage. And what it indicates, that it indicates that how the transistor converts voltage to current, how effectively transistor converts voltage to current converter. Okay, that is about GM. Then coming to the another important concept in bipolar junction transistor, that is early effect. Early effect. Okay, the early effect named after its discoverer James M. Early. It is a scientist name James Early. He observed the early effect phenomena in bipolar junction transistor. Okay, what is early effect? Is the variation in the effective width of the base in BJT. Okay, what is the variation? Variation in the effective width of the base in BJT due to a variation in the applied base to collector voltages. Okay, what is the variation in the base region? Width of the base region changes. How it changes? Due to a variation in the base to collector voltage. So a greater reverse bias across the collector base junction, for example, increases the collector base depletion width, thereby decreasing the width of the charge carrier portion in the base. Finally, early effect is the effect in which the width of the base region changes according to the applied voltage of base to collector voltage, according to the variation in the base to collector voltage. Okay, generally in a bipolar junction transistor in active mode configuration, emitter base junction is forward bias, whereas collector base junction is reverse bias. Then what is the reverse bias voltage on width of the base? That describes the early effect. Okay, now observe here. Okay, this is the BJT bipolar junction transistor in active mode configuration. Okay, this is the emitter and this is the base and this is the collector. Okay, now what already we know that some example values, suppose this is 0.8, this is 5 volts and this one is 0. What is the condition for active mode? Here base to emitter junction is forward bias. Okay, there is a one diode here. This diode is connected between base and emitter. Right, now this junction is forward bias. Observe here the bias voltages. Here the bias voltage is 0.8 volt. Okay, here the negative terminal is connected to 0, so that this diode is in forward bias. Then what about collector base junction here? Observe here, there is a one more diode at collector base. This is connected to here. Now here anode is connected to 0.8 and cathode is connected to the 5 volt. This diode is in reverse bias. Okay, so that now this BJT transistor operated in active region. In active region, what is the main application? Main application is amplifier. Now, as we increase the reverse voltage, observe here, what is the reverse voltage? VC is the reverse voltage. Okay, actually we have to apply the base to collector region. As this voltage increases, this voltage also increases. Due to this, what happens means width, observe here, reverse bias depletion region width changes. Okay, observe here. Depletion region. Already we know that in reverse bias, depletion region width of the depletion region increases. Okay, that is happening here. This is the reverse bias diode. As the reverse voltage across the diode, what is the reverse voltage across the diode? This is the base voltage, this is the collector voltage. Okay, collector to base voltage increases, not VC. Okay, of course VC increases, this one also increase, right? Collector to base voltage increase, already we discussed in diode concept. Whenever we apply a reverse voltage across a diode, as we increase the reverse voltage, then what happens means the depletion region width increases. Okay, here anode is connected to negative terminal and cathode is connected to the positive terminal. As we goes on increase this reverse voltage, what happens means the depletion width also increases. Okay, that depends upon diode configurations, right? Okay, anyhow, the depletion region width increases here. Observe here. Observe here. This is suppose figure A. This is figure B. Okay, in figure A, this is the width here, and figure B, this is the width of the. As we goes on increase the base to collector voltage, then the width increases. As width increases, what happens means the base width also decreases. Observe here. Base width decreases. Okay, once again here the concept is previously this is the base width. Now this is the base width. So the width of the depletion region increases in reverse bias diode. Due to this, what happens means the base width reduces. Okay, this is the base width. Previously, this much amount of the base width. And this is the linear variation. Now, this is the linear variation. Due to this, what happened? Okay. The claim that the collector current does not depend on VC is not accurate. Collector current compulsory depends upon VCE, and again VCE further depends upon base and collector voltages. As VCE increases, the depletion region between base and collector increases. Either sometimes some people we may collect some resistor here. Now actually this is the collector and this is the base. Okay. Anyhow, the collector to base voltage also depends upon VCE. Okay, as VCE increases, the depletion region between base and collector increases. Therefore, the effective base width decreases, which leads to an increase in the collector current. Okay, now observe here the concept here. The base width decreases, but what is the result? Result is increases in the collector current. How it will increase the collector current? As base width reduces, okay, there is a recombination taking place at the base. The recombination percentage reduces. As the width decreases, recombination percentage decreases, so that the collector current increases. That is the concept here. Once again here, the effective base width decreases. As base width decreases, what happens means recombination ratio also decreases. Recombination decreases at the base region, collector current increases, right? Okay, this is emitter, base, and collector. As the electrons moving from emitter to the collector, there is a few percentage of recombination at the base. Now base width decreases, recombination also decreases. Due to this, more number of electrons cross the collector base junction. Now this is what is conventional current. This is the conventional current. So that in early effect, collector current increases. Why? Because base width decreases. Base width decreases, recombination ratio also decreases. Okay. Now observe here, early effect illustration. What happens? Early effect. Okay, this is the output current versus input voltage in CE configuration. This is the output current, collector current versus with input voltage. Okay, this is the without early effect. Now this is the with early effect. That means what it indicates, with early effect, collector current increases, IC increases. Similarly, this is the output characteristics in CE configuration. VCE versus IC. Previously, as we discussed, that is a constant. That is almost constant. IC depends on, observe here, reverse saturation current exponential VBE by VT. Here IS constant, VBE constant, VT also constant. So that we say that IC constant. But with the early effect concept, IC collector current is not a constant. Collector current slowly increases with respect to VCE. Okay, how it increases with respect to VCE? There is a one expression is there. So with early effect, collector current becomes larger than usual and a function of VCE. Okay, here in figure A, it is a larger IC compared to without early effect. With early effect, IC is more. And coming to the second big graph, now previously it is a constant, it does not depends upon IS, VBE and VT. Now with early effect, the collector current changes with respect to VC. That means the collector current expression also modifies, not only this one, right? This is without early effect. With early effect, collector current expression also changes. Okay, now how to find collector current expression means, okay, already in previous graph we know that collector current changes according to the VCE, right? These are all the for different IB values. This is one IB, one value, and so on. Now how to calculate means, simply project on x-axis, same draw one tangential line here and project on x-axis. Okay, it will negative x-axis, it will point a one line, sorry, it will point a one point. That voltage is called the early voltage minus VA, where VA is the early voltage. Okay, now here the slope is equal to delta IC by delta VC, change in collector current by change in VC, that is equal to current by voltage is equal to 1 by R naught. And this small area is the saturation region. This is the saturation region, remaining everything is the forward active or active region. Okay, now this is the collector expression with early effect. Okay, up to this one is without early effect. What is without early effect? IC is equal to IS into e power VB by VT. Now with early effect, this expression will changes. Now according to this one, IC is equal to IS into e power VB by VT into 1 plus VCE by VA, right? Not minus here, 1 plus VCE by VA. Okay, IS is the constant. Now it will depends on, okay, this is, so the linear dependency of IC versus VC for forward active mode is described by, this is the collector current expression in same active mode with consideration of early effect, right? So collector current is not constant, it changes with respect to VCE. Of course, not that much change, a light minute change with respect to VCE. Why? Because typically VA is very large, 20 to 30 volts. Then VCE by 20 to 30. Then again, this will become approximately, okay, that depends upon VA value, of course. In some cases, I see collector current approximately equal to same as collector current with early effect, without early effect if VA is very large. Okay, then rate of change of output resistance 1 by R naught is equal to change in IC by change in VC, VB constant. then R naught approximately. If we differentiate with respect to VCE equation, collector current equation, and VB constant, then finally you will get a resistance, output resistance, that is equal to VA by IC. Okay, now equivalent representation of a transistor with early effect representation. Previously, it is a current source. What is the current source? Only this much, Is into e power V1 by Vt, where V1 is equal to VBE base to emitter voltage plus Vx is equal to collector voltage Vc, right? So now the collector current expression is, okay, this is the collector current expression. It is not a constant. Suppose you may draw like this. This is collector current without early effect. Now with early effect, it may be slight change. Sorry. Uh, okay. Then maybe slow, slightly like that, right? Okay. If VA is very large, you may consider the collector current with early effect also constant. But if VA is small, collector current changes with respect to VC. Now here in this diagram, VC. Okay, now coming to the large signal model with early effect, only the change is collector current expression is different. In previously, Is into e power V1 by Vt. Now here is extra term added. That extra term is, that extra term included here, it is 1 plus VCE by VA, where VA is the early voltage. Okay, this is the summary. So far we discussed in BJT here. This is the operation in active mode. Already we discussed many times here. Base to emitter junction is forward bias and base to collector junction is reverse bias. So that the, and one more important one is the base region is very thin, the width is very small, and the doping concentration at emitter is very high, so that is N plus. Doping concentration at emitter is very high due to that more number of charge carriers available. Here the electrons are the majority carriers in plus. So large number of majority carriers cross the junction. Now due to the large electric field, whatever this majority carriers simply attracted towards the positive plate of the battery. Okay, this is the electron movement, and conventional current movement is this is. Okay, during the traveling 5%, okay, less than 5% recombined with holes at the base region. And this is the density profile, electron density profile, and this is the large signal model, and these are the VI characteristics in CE configuration, VBE versus IC, and these are the output characteristics. Okay, we are without early effect, we are considering Is into e power VBE 1 by Vt. It is a constant. Here in dotted line represents, okay, up to that one is in saturation mode. During this region, the transistor is in saturation mode. Now with early effect, observe here, there are two lines here. Okay, here this one is one and this one is the second one. Okay, first one is the without early effect and second one is the with early effect. With early effect, the base width changes, right? Base width changes according to the voltage of VCE, or exactly we can say that base to collector voltage, right? And this type of base change is also called modulation, that is called base width modulation. Okay, there is a one term most popularly used instead of early effect, that is base width modulation. Okay, there is a one term most popularly used instead of early effect, that is base width modulation. What is mean by modulation? Modulation is nothing but a change of the one parameter with respect to the another parameter. Okay, here what is the one parameter change here? Change of the base width with respect to the change of the base to collector voltage. As the base to collector voltage changes, the width of the base region also changes. This is also called base width modulation. MODULATION, base width modulation, right? Okay, now coming to the another important concepts in BJT is leakage current. So far we are not consider the leakage currents. Already we studied in leakage current or reverse saturation current in PN junction diode. When a PN junction diode is in reverse bias, this reverse voltage act as a forward bias to the minority charge carriers. Remember that one, right? Whatever we applied reverse voltage, that reverse voltage act as a forward bias to the minority carriers. Okay, due to this, okay, minority carriers are very few amount compared to majority. Okay, due to that, very small amount of current flows through the junction. Now coming to the bipolar junction transistor, here observe here. Okay, mainly we are considering the one is CE configuration and second one is the CB configuration. Okay, in first case, observe here, this is NPN transistor, emitter, base and collector. Here in active mode of operation, emitter base junction is forward bias. Okay, there is no doubt that is a forward bias. Okay, when emitter is open circuited. Okay. Now observe here, this junction is in reverse bias junction. Collector base junction is reverse bias. This junction, observe this polarity here, N terminal is connected to plus, P terminal is connected to the minus. This junction is in reverse bias. Due to this polarity, reverse polarity, this polarity act as a forward bias to the minority carriers. So that minority carriers simply cross the junction. Okay. Here in N type, what are the minority carriers? Holes. Here in P type, what are the minority carriers? Electron. So electron cross here, holes cross here. Okay. Now here the whole current is the conventional current, so that the current is ICBO. ICBO direction is, this is the ICBO direction, whole direction. Okay, what is ICBO? ICBO is the collector leakage current. ICBO is the collector leakage current in common base configuration, or otherwise sometimes collector base leakage current when emitter is an open circuit. Okay, you may call different. ICBO is the leakage current when collector leakage current in common base configuration, or otherwise in terms of junctions, ICBO is the leakage current collected to base leakage when emitter is open circuit. Here first letter C indicate collector and second letter B indicates base and third letter O indicates open. Which one is the open? Emitter is open. Okay. So ICBO is the leakage current is flowing when collector base junction is reverse bias with emitter terminal is open circuit. Okay. And there exists another leakage current. Another leakage current is when base is open. Okay. Another leakage current is when base is open. Okay. Here already we discussed ICBO. Okay. That is used in CB configuration. Now here ICEO. ICEO. It is used in CE configuration. Right. This is a reverse leakage current or leakage current flowing from, observe here, between which junction here, collector to emitter when base is open. What is the remaining terminal here? Remaining terminal is base. Base terminal is open. Okay. Okay, here there are two types of leakage currents here. One is ICBO and second one is ICEO. Remember again. This is a one type of leakage current, ICEO, collector to emitter. Okay, what is the current here? Collector to emitter. During this traveling, this is also added. ICBO also added. Right. So collector to emitter when base terminal is open circuit. Mainly this one used in CE configuration. Whereas first one ICBO collected to base when emitter terminal is open. Okay, this configuration is CB configuration and this configuration is CE configuration, right? Okay, now observe here NPN transistor. Okay, now total current, this is the conventional current direction. One path is normal path. Okay, electrons moving in this direction, the conventional current in opposite direction. Now this is the reverse leakage current. Observe here, reverse current or leakage current, same direction. Reverse current or leakage current also direction also same as conventional conventional collector current. Okay, this ICBO here he described only ICBO. Why? Because base is common. Okay, CB configuration. Here in ICB, what happened here? Holes, for holes, majority carriers cross here. For electrons, majority carriers cross here. So this is the hole current. This is the electron current. So ICBO is the sum of ICBO is the sum of IPCO. IP due to holes, INCO due to electrons. Now there is a relation between ICEO and ICBO. ICEO is equal to alpha. This is common base current gain. ICEO plus ICBO, that is equal to, or simplify this one. ICEO is equal to ICBO by 1 minus alpha. That is further 1 by 1 minus alpha is equal to actually 1 plus beta. 1 plus beta times ICBO. Okay, here beta is very large compared to 1. So that's why this is beta ICBO. Now observe here, compared to these two leakage currents, which one is higher value? Okay, both are leakage, both are small, but which one will affect? Observe here, ICEO is equal to beta times ICBO. That means the dominating leakage current is ICEO. What is ICEO? When base terminal is open. It is a leakage current flows between collector to emitter when base terminal is open. Remember this one. So ICEO value is large compared to ICBO. Now again there are some current equation changes which includes the leakage currents. Which includes leakage current, right? Now relation among IC, IB and ICBO. Relation between IC, IB. Okay, in CB configuration, IC is equal to alpha times IE. Okay, without leakage current. With leakage current, what happens means leakage current direction also same as collector current direction. That's why it will adds, not subtract. It will adds. So alpha times IE plus ICBO. Already we know that in transistor, IA is equal to IC plus IB, 2 in 1. Then simply substitute here. Then further simplification. Finally, IC is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO. Remember this one, right? Collector current, emitter current in terms of, or which includes uh, with the effect of leakage current, with consideration of leakage current. Okay, once again here and CB config, how we can find CB? Here it is, the alpha is there, so that is in CB, right? IC is equal to alpha times IE plus, where consider the leakage current ICBO. Why? Because CB configuration. Okay. Now IA is equal to IC plus IB. Then substitute 2 in 1. IC is equal to alpha into IC plus IB plus ICBO. Alpha IC, alpha IB plus ICBO. And this factor into left hand side and take common IC. Then right side. So IC is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO. Now, same as previous expression in terms of beta, right? Alpha by 1 minus alpha is equal to beta. 1 by 1 minus alpha is equal to 1 plus beta. Now, collector current expression changes. Collector current expression in terms of beta and ICBO. Beta into IB plus 1 plus beta into ICBO. Okay. Now the relation between ICEO and ICBO, these two are the leakage current flows through the transistor, right? Already we know that ICEO is equal to 1 plus beta times ICBO, or approximately beta times ICBO. What is 1 plus beta? 1 plus beta is equal to 1 by 1 minus alpha. Okay, already here. 1 plus, or otherwise we simplify. Okay. ICEO is equal to 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO. So compared to these two, ICEO is the dominating current. Okay. Why? Because it is equal to 1 plus beta times ICBO. Now again emitter current. What is emitter current? Emitter current is equal to IC plus IB. Already we derived IC expression in terms of ICBO. Alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO. Now substitute here. Then alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO plus IB. IB take common here. 1 plus alpha by 1 minus alpha, then that is equal to 1 by 1 minus alpha into IB. Remaining factor as it is 1 by 1 minus alpha ICB. So now the emitter current is equal to 1 by 1 minus alpha IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha ICB. Suppose in terms of beta, what is 1 by 1 minus alpha? 1 by 1 minus alpha is equal to 1 plus beta. 1 plus beta, that is approximately equal to beta. Now the same expression in terms of okay, same expression in terms of beta is IA is equal to beta plus 1 or beta IB plus, this is also same, beta into ICBO. Okay. Okay. Then same relation among IC, IB and ICEO. ICEO means CE configuration. So IC is equal to, what is CE configuration expression? IC is equal to beta times IB. What is CE configuration current gain? Output current IC by input current IB. But with consideration of leakage current, is equal to 1 plus beta into ICBO. Why? Because this will add leakage current also same direction of collector current. Now if you represent in terms of ICEO, ICBO is equal to 1 by 1 plus beta times ICEO. 1 plus beta here, 1 plus beta get cancelled. So IC is equal to beta IB plus ICEO. Okay, now coming to the problems. Now the problems includes leakage current. Okay, problems includes the leakage currents. For a transistor, given alpha is equal to 0.98, ICBO that is equal to both leakage current approximately 5 microamperes and IB is equal to 100 microamperes. Find IC and IE. Okay, given one current gain alpha and one current IB and reverse leakage current. Then already by using this expression, IC is equal to alpha times IB by 1 minus alpha plus ICO by 1 minus alpha, that is equal to 5.15 milliamperes. Now the emitter current is equal to IE is equal to IB plus IC, that is equal to 5.25 milliamperes. Okay. Now observe here, a germanium transistor used in a complementary symmetry amplifier as a given ICBO 10 microamperes at 27 degrees. HFE, sometimes people use it here beta, HFE or beta, remember this one. Okay, beta is equal to 50. Find IC when IB is equal to 0.25 milliamperes. And second one is B. Assuming HFE does not increase with temperature, find the value of the new collector current if the transistor temperature rises to 50 degrees centigrade. Already we discussed in first unit as the reverse saturation current. Observe here this line. Reverse saturation current doubles for every 10-degree rise in temperature. Okay, first one is simple thing, simply substitution. IC is equal to beta times IB plus 1 plus beta ICBO, that is equal to 13.01 milliamperes. Now we have to find the new leakage current. Why? Because we have to calculate the leakage current at 50-degree temperature. Okay, this is the formula already we discussed in first unit. Okay, I dash CBO at 50 degrees is equal to ICBO, this is at 27 degree into 2 power T2 minus T1 by 10. By 10 means it will doubles every 10-degree rise in temperature. Then based on that leakage current at 50 degrees is 49.2 microamperes. Then substitute that leakage current, the new value of IC at 50 degrees centigrade is 51.01 milliamperes. That means here 13 milliamperes, here 2 amperes increases. There is another problem here. Given the leakage currents, ICBO 0.2, ICEO 18 microamperes, and base current is 30 microamperes. And using these relations, right, we can easily find IA is equal to IB plus IC, IC is equal to. Then further simplify this one. Already we know ICO is equal to 1 plus beta times ICBO. Then beta is equal to, okay, by using this relation, beta approximately equal to ICEO by ICBO minus 1, that is equal to 89. Then substitute here, once you know the beta value, then we can easily find collector current. Beta IB plus 1 plus beta ICBO. Once you know this one, alpha is equal to 1 minus ICBO minus by ICEO, that is equal to 0.988. Okay, already calculated beta previously 89. By using this one also you can calculate beta. Now coming to this is the problem given here. In the problem, this is CE configuration. Why? Because emitter is connected to ground. Here the VBB is 4 volt. Here the RB resistor is 220 kilo ohm and RC resistor is 2 kilo ohm, RC is 2 kilo ohm and VCC is equal to 10 volts. Okay. And also given, assume that VB is equal to 0.7 and beta is equal to 200, right? And what he has that, calculate the base, collector and emitter currents and collector to emitter voltage for CE configuration. Calculate the transistor power dissipation also. Right. First of all, calculate the base to emitter voltage. Okay, here the current, what is VB is equal to, already given VB is equal to 0.7. So that's why simply apply KVL to this loop. What is IB is equal to the difference between VBB minus VBE by RB. Okay, here the expression is VBB minus VBE by RB, that is equal to 15 microamperes. The base current is equal to 15 microamperes. Okay. Then again here, in active region of operation, what is collector current here? Collector current IC is equal to beta times IB. Already given beta is equal to 200, so that IC is equal to 3 milliamperes. Once you know the IC, we can easily find the drop across RC. Okay, what is drop across RC? 2K into 3 milliamperes, that is equal to 6 volts drop across RC. Remaining is the VC, that is equal to 4 volts. Once you know the base current and collector current, IA is equal to IC plus IB, that is equal to 3.02 milliamperes. Okay. Okay, same thing. IB expression is equal to, once we apply some KVL at base loop, we can easily obtain this expression. IB is equal to VBB minus VBB minus VBE by RB, that is equal to 15 microamperes. Collector current beta times IB, 3 milliamperes. Emitter current is equal to 1 plus beta times or IE plus IB, that is equal to 3.02 milliamperes. Now apply KVL to the output loop. VC is equal to VCC minus ICRC, that is equal to 4 volts. And last one is power dissipated in the transistor. Okay. The power dissipated in the transistor is equal to IB into VB on plus IC into VC. Okay, this is approximately equal to, you may neglect, why? Because IB current is very small. You may neglect first term, and second term is IC into VC. So the power dissipated in the transistor is equal to IC into VC, that is equal to 12 milliwatts. So like that, we have to find the power problems. How much of power dissipated in a transistor? Power dissipated in a transistor mainly depends upon IC into RC, that is IC into VC. So power dissipation is equal to, what is power formula? Power is equal to V into I. Here the output voltage VCA into output current VCA into IC. Right? Like that we can solve the given problem. Okay, this is about today class. You have any doubts, please post in our WhatsApp group, right?